shit. Mm-hmm.
Hey, thank you for tuning in to Meet the Shoe podcast. I am Sade,
I'm Nina. What's up, y'all?
and this is our Monday night edition. Hey, y'all see, we're trying to get it cracking on Mondays, but
Okay.
we want to talk about the mental health of our children,
Mm-hmm.
how they're being raised in society in these times. You know,
Right.
a lot of stuff has changed as far as rules in the past because when we were growing up, we got a spanking from our parents, and nowadays
You go to jail.
you go to jail for
Mm-hmm.
spanking your children or doing something to them that's out of the ordinary of what they figure how you're supposed to raise your children. But
Right.
as I get older, I realize there's no instructions to raise children, and
Mm-mm.
it's kid by kid most of the time. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I I noticed with us having gapped out kids, it kind of parenting is different. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? As you get older, and we're gonna talk about a second grader and a
Mm-hmm.
fourth grader
This second grader right
in
here
Mm-hmm.
was
Charles
seen by a fourth grader.
County, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
County, Maryland, where the
Mm-hmm.
child they were in the bathroom together somehow.
Right.
Fourth grader
Mm-hmm.
grabbed a little boy and he said, "quote a quote."
It
I'm
also
going
helps
to
you
show you how I did people back in the day, unquote. This is what the fourth grader said. So he took the little boy and somehow hung him up. And I
You know
think
what he used?
they say it was it's a hook that's in the bathrooms, in the
Right.
bathroom.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
somehow that's what the fourth grader saying. He hung him up on that or he got caught up on it. But
Okay.
how you get caught up on something with your coat, you know what I'm saying? A second grader, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You have to jump up there or somebody had to put you up there, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? To be hung against the bathroom door, And they say
Right.
the little boy came home with strangulation, like little, not cuts or welts around his neck. And the parents
Mm-hmm.
were like, asking their son what's going on, what happened, and he explained to them what the fourth grader did.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody called and said anything from the school district. Uh, Nothing. Like it never happened. And they're trying to say they're investigating. How you're investigating, but you're not coming up with anything. So the little boy ended up going to being in the hospital.
Right.
I don't know what degree. Did you see any
He
more
passed
update?
away.
No, he's alive.
He's alive.
Oh yeah, he's just in the hospital. They made a statement and said we're glad our son is allowed to tell it. He's in the hospital. So the child is not going to return back to that school. This one is in Maryland, Charles County.
Okay. Okay.
And the public school says the incident was a result of horseplaying, claiming the young boy got stuck on his coat zipper and was unable to free himself, at which point the fourth grader sought adult assistance. So he ran out to get a teacher to come
When he
pull him down.
to act like he didn't know what was going on.
Right.
But the baby said the second grader said what
He
he
put
said though.
Yeah, he said what he said.
So we are saying that these are learned behaviors
Mm-hmm.
from adults.
Yeah.
The hate in the world is taught,
Yeah, it
and
is
it's
taught.
always taught by white people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand, with all of the privilege and the entitlements that they have in the
Mm-hmm.
world, why you continue to spew it, right?
Exactly.
Now, as the world of social media, right? Majority of the white people, lots of younger white people, right, go against their parents because they have other friends that are of other cultures, and so they go against what they were taught in the household.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he was taught to do, to repeat what he heard his parents say, uncle,
Or
somebody say.
somebody, or TV for that matter.
I mean, it could
Game,
have been
video
social
game.
media, more social media taught, but the parents still know what you're watching.
Right.
At some point, your parents know what you're watching because
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna go. You're a fourth grader. What they gonna go through your phone? You ain't gonna just keep on. And the first thing you think of is like, oh, You better not be watching no porn, or you better not be watching nothing that got a lot of vulgar language, right?
Yeah, yeah, but not looking at the violence part of it.
Right. Not realizing that, what did he see you do that he thought that it was cool that he can pick a black kid up and hang
Hmm.
him up. Then he
Yeah,
got scared and nervous and ran and got the
yeah.
teacher for
Hmm.
help to make it
Hmm.
look as though he was just playing, you know.
Hmm. Hmm. But the
So
whole thing is the
I'm
teachers
pretty
were covering it up.
right.
The
I'm pretty
students
sure
were.
that the teachers were coercing him into saying it was an accident, you know.
I'm quite sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you they often do that, you know, downplay the situation
Mm,
and
mm,
try to make it like, you know, hey, it wasn't like that. Everything
mm,
isn't about race, you know.
mm.
So the sad part about it is that the mother has to get, when things like this happen with your kids, right? You have to get uncomfortable
Right.
with finding a whole nother school, a whole nother
Yes.
school district,
Yes.
adjusting your life,
Mm-hmm.
changing everything that you have going on in your life to accommodate your child,
Yeah.
right?
You got to look
And
out for them,
you don't always know if your child, if you're even able and capable to do that, because you have, you know, usually parents, they have their mind tracked to, I'm going to go this way to work.
though. Yeah.
This
And
is what I'm going to spend this much time at work
then,
or wherever, and then I'm going to make it back home. In the
right.
process, I'm picking up, dropping off kids,
Mm-hmm.
you know, making sure that they're accomplished, all of that. So the sad part about it also is that the teachers, like you said, are downplaying it. The teachers have
Yeah.
downplayed it and made it as though, you know, that it's just a, you know, it was a game, but
Yeah.
we clearly know it wasn't.
You know, one sad thing that came to my attention when the mother and father was talking about their second grader,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't even want their identities. They were blacked out in the interview,
Okay.
in the news,
Oh.
and they didn't want their identity shown
Mm-hmm.
to social media or anything like that because people nowadays are so cruel,
Yeah.
and you don't know if you might get retaliation from the kids' parents, other side, other kids, the other child, his parents, or anything, or the school. So it's sad that
Mhm.
we have to hide ourselves and not voice our opinion because
Right.
we're looking at the masses of the community trying
Hmm.
to say bad things about you because you speaking up for your child.
Right. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think that people um we're starting to blame everything on social media, which these problems were here already, right?
Yeah.
Um the thing about it is that it's just so much of it coming
Hmm.
full force with um all the different stories. We have access to the stories. You know, before we didn't have access to the stories. We
Right.
heard about the stories, we heard it on the news.
Right.
We definitely didn't hear about so much going on in other states.
Mm-hmm. Or countries for that matter.
Yeah, you had to really get like all it, just imagine how much money was being made then. You had to get all that, all those newspapers sent
I
in,
know.
or all the all the media. I thought about it, you know, I thought about newspapers the other day. I haven't seen a newspaper in so long, right?
I know.
You
I
know,
see it in
you
Quick Trip when I walk in Quick.
really,
I see them. Yeah.
yeah. So I thought about newspaper because I wanted to paint something. Paint a picture. It was like, you know, everybody say, "Oh, use your old newspapers, utilize."
Uh-huh.
That's what
Yeah.
you would save them for cleaning fish.
Yeah.
You know, just whatever. You know what I'm
Might
saying?
be your windows, your
Painting,
Windex.
packs up the
Yeah.
windows, yeah. For you know, just to cover up stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
vases and all of that. You got a bunch of you know, loose newspapers for transferring things from when you move, right?
For shipping and packaging.
Yep, shipping and packaging. So
Yep.
yeah, that's the yeah, that's I wish media could go back there.
I know. I know.
You
I
know, we
miss
really don't actually need it. You know what I'm saying? We don't really need it at all.
it.
Oh my God, what is that thing?
I
Keep
think
doing that.
the touch and the feel of a newspaper, reading it, I still love
Yeah.
that effect. Even touching the feel in a book.
of a
Let the
book.
pages go bad. If you miss something, you just go and
Yep.
search right then and there. It's like it's different now. I still get the physical book.
Yeah, me too. Just the thought of actually, like you said, see, touch, and feel. The
Mm-hmm.
see, touch, and feel part of it is the part that people aren't gravitating to, right?
Right.
Remember we were talking about that last week about how the relationships, right? How the
Mm-hmm.
text messaging is a distance. Like
Yeah.
if I text you versus I talk to you, if I talk to you, there's a verbal connection. If I see
Exactly.
you, we gonna vibe. If
Yeah.
I'm if we're consistent with each other, some
Yeah.
things will come out of the situation
Exactly.
regardless of what it is, right? But
Right.
I think what men are being so successful at right now, or just people, I'm not even gonna blame it on men,
Okay.
they're purposely not connecting.
Yeah.
They purposely don't want to connect
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want the inner feeling of I'ma like you. They
Oh.
avoid liking you. And that could be like, any relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If they
Mm-hmm.
don't want a connection with you, then
Yeah.
they'll
Just
continue
stay
to
distance.
do the emails and the text messages.
Yeah. And if they do that, it's very sparse.
Right, right. They just do it every now and then. And then they
Mhm.
expect you to land on that same page in that same lane that you started
Ah,
in. You
you're
know?
right.
It's
No,
like,
it
dang,
doesn't.
I started at the stop sign,
I
right?
know, right?
And then I went on the go, and then we went on the yield, and then we went on the stop again. And
Okay.
we went on caution, the yield caution
Okay.
sign,
Yes.
turbulence, and then stop.
Okay.
So once
No,
you hit a stopping point with any kind of relationship, it's like,
it's really kind of dead.
and that's what's happened here with the disconnect also with this teacher and the parents, right? The teacher choose to hush hush and sweep it under
Sweep
the
it under the
rug
rug. Exactly.
versus addressing the child's parent that was
Hmm.
the a- attacker, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And believing the second grader.
Yeah, and it's sad that the second grader gotta go to another school versus the fourth grader. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? That's what
Right.
I mean about, like the relationships and, people and things like that. Cause it's just like, wow, you
He's
would
bullying.
think, right? You would think that somebody's riding, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
for the second grader because he was the one that was being bullied. But it seems
Mhm.
that so it was riding for the one that was doing the bullying.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. But check your children, stop them from bullying. And if a child raises concerns, teachers, please listen to it and
Mhm.
communicate with their parents
Yeah,
more effectively.
definitely. Thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in. Catch us on Wednesday,
Yes.
reporting live, 6 p.m. Check out our sponsors, Casimir Lux, Bossed Up Beauty, and Lena Beans Organic Plus. Thank you.
Thank you.